Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Developing now, rapper LL Cool J says he is standing in solidarity with the strikers and will not perform tonight at Wawa Welcome America.
Now here's what he's saying on social media.
Yo, so I understand there's a lot going on in Philadelphia right now, and you know, I never ever want to disappoint my fans, and especially in Philadelphia. Y'all mean too much to me, but there's absolutely no way that I could perform, cross a picket line, and pick up money when I know that people are out there fighting for a living wage. I'm not doing that.
He said if the strike ends, he will take the stage. NBC 10's Matt DeLucia live for us now along the Parkway. Matt, this came out of the blue.
Absolutely, Keith. And, you know, in just a matter of hours, people will be coming through this gate here for Wawa Welcome America. And the concert will be moving forward with performers like Jasmine Sullivan, JoJo Alvaro Diaz, but without LL Cool J saying that.
Wow. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Man, this here very disturbing news this morning as I look at what happened on 4th of July in Philadelphia and has been happening now for a week or so. They've been on strike up there, sanitation workers. And OG, I know you there. You've been around. You've seen people go on strike before, man. What's going on this morning, OG?
Man, that's a tough call for Philly, and I admire LL Cool J. Always been standing behind black exploitation. He's always been a upstanding performer in whatever's going on in the mass community, and by him elected not to perform is a big testament to his character and his longevity in acting and rapping for the right thing. And he's from the East Coast, from that era, from New York, Philly. They're right across the street from each other. But I commend him. But this Philadelphia thing, that's crazy. I mean, trash bill, man. That's crazy as hell.
Man, you know, LL, man, I've always called him the GOAT when it come down to that, the era he came in, you know, when you watch Crush Groove or when you watched all them shows, man, you know, I put him on a whole higher level than a lot of the East Coast rappers, man. When you think about rap, from Eric B. and Rakim, Bust Down, you know, Boogie Down Production, KRS-One, these guys, man, from that era, like you said, and you start looking back, they remember when it wasn't no money in the rap game, and they just did it from their hearts, and they remember the problems too, and they speak on consciousness. If you go back to that era, it was a lot more conscious. People were really talking about some things, you know, far as moving our people in the right direction when it came to hip hop. And a lot of time the youngsters don't really get that understanding of what it was back then when you had Public Enemy and all those guys, man. When they first jumped off, it was a lot of things that tried to encourage our people. And I believe this here is a big move for LL to show that people can still stand in solidarity with the people who trying to make a movement when it come down to our culture, because a lot of those sanitation workers are black. A lot of them, the ones in my neighborhood, even down here, and you know, these sanitation workers are out there, and he gonna go in there and rock the bells, you know, while these people out there are striking and can't make $40,000 a year hardly. It would be crazy. But Jasmine Sullivan didn't stop. It was a few of them that decided to go on with the show, OG.
And that's really sad, you know. And Jasmine, I mean, she goes so far back as she's one of the influences on my relationship. I broke the windows out your car.
Oh, man.
So I'm surprised at her, you know, not taking a stand. But it's just, you know, but that's Philly, you know. But and the sad part about this is, you know, as you were detailing to me earlier, the mayor, and the mayor's office is Charlene Parks.
Hold on, let me play that video right quick, just a little bit of it, OG. Here's a little bit of what they were speaking out against it. Hold on, hold on.
Scene. A straight up foul scene is piling up in Philadelphia neighborhoods. Striking city workers dig in on their demands as the mayor defends the city's latest offer.
I will not put the fiscal stability of the city of Philadelphia in jeopardy for no one.
We want to get back to work, but we are absolutely planting our feet on where we are. We need to see better.
Day 3 without a deal. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington. Negotiations are at a standstill, and we're seeing piles of trash like this all over the city. It comes ahead of tomorrow's 4th of July celebration on the Parkway. And that's where we saw protesters today. Members of District Council 33 and their supporters blocked traffic on the Parkway near Aikens Oval. That's right in front of the Wawa Welcome America stage. We continue our coverage of the strike with Josh Sanders. He has the latest on the city and the union's message. Josh, good evening.
Good evening, Yuki. Good to be with you. Tensions are high as both the union and city, again, are digging in. Right now, no signs of either backing down. With both the Parker administration and the union as they try to seek common ground. But right now, we're at a stalemate. And here's...
Wow. So there it is, OG. They still at a stalemate, but the mayor comes off strong, man, in saying they're not backing down on that side, OG. They basically they feel like and the other one I'm gonna get into the numbers in a minute, but the other video, but yeah, they refuse to move the needle, man. They want to get those guys 3% up there, and 3% of what they're making right now on what they're making. It's a very low number, man, and I believe they should pay them more. I really do. I do. Now that the union got to stand on this one, I got to stand with them.
With the city, I mean, from what they're saying, and that shows you how hypocritical the mayor is, talking about a 2.5% raise, and in 3 years they'll give them another 3% raise, but yet and still. She's making over $200,000 a year, and then she hired 9 people in her staff under this administration, each of them making over $120,000 a year. So you can see yourself justifying. It says that pay raises went up 47% total. She gave over $3.7 million increase in salaries for her staff, and refused to give the sanitation workers a pay raise. It should be 10%. Now they're asking for 3%.
No, they're asking for 5%. They're asking for 5%. And they can't get 5% out of them. She want to break it down and push it over 2 years, man. Them people not going to be able to make it like that. They understand that, man, it's been tough trying to make it. Now, I will say this, OG, like I always say, if you sit down there and sell your hour, but see those guys on a different situation because they're a union, so they all work together on their deal. But when you give them your word, you're going to do this or that, then you basically have given them yours. You got to stand on it. But for them, I like the fact that they saying, I don't want to do it for that. And that's their right. Anybody's right on any place you work or anything. At your time, your review time, or when it's time to sit down at that table, you have a right to say, hey, I'm going to work for this, or hey, I don't want to go forward with this any longer. That's your right anyway. So a lot of times people go right back and commit because of their life circumstances and the stuff that they've already accumulated and the lifestyle that they lead. But at that point, when you sit down at the round table, or when you come to that halting spot where all y'all are supposed to get your increase, that's where you say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to do it. I'm going to move forward with it. And that's your right. You see what I'm saying? That's a contractual agreement.
But, that sounds good in theory. all of this stuff is technical, and it's orchestrated, gang related when it comes to organized crime. These lobbyists, these union reps, they're doing it for the pocket of them. It's not for the man. You got they say it's 9,000 workers that are not working. But if you look at it, they got an independent trash company for the upper echelon for, I forget the name of the neighborhood in Philadelphia where the mayor's house is. They're getting their trash picked up.
Oh, really?
How that happened? Because they said they're not, that trash company is non-union.
Wow! So they got a private trash company over in the good neighborhood, in the inner city where the upscales are at. That the mayor probably getting that trash taken out is what you're trying to tell me.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
That's where you headed with that. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, the upper echelon is getting that trash because they said that their trash company is non-union. So this. So Gates that, okay, if they're non-union, they should pick up trash. But that goes back to the story where the body claimed that one day the brain said that they should be the boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the brain said he should be the boss because he do all the thinking. And the eyes said, well, wait a minute, I need to be the boss because I do all the looking. The ears said, I need to be the boss because I do the hearing. The mouth said, I need to be the boss because, shoot, I do all the talking. The throat said, no, I need to be the boss because I swallow everything. And they said, the asshole started talking. What is this down here talking? He said, I need to be the boss. He said, everybody started laughing. It was funny as hell. The asshole talking about he need to be the boss. They say he got mad and stopped up, and they became constipated, and the eyes got blurry, the mouth came, the brain couldn't think, and they had to release because without the asshole you cannot live. So it says that you don't have. All you have to be the boss is be the asshole. So
what you here?
Just let this trash bill on up.
Let the bill on up. You gonna understand that you need the release of that trash because that smell ain't gonna stop, man. Them rodents gonna keep rolling, man. It's gonna be big rats, man.
The last stoppage they had was in 1986, 45,000 pounds of trash had built up in the streets of Philadelphia.
Yes, sir. In 1986. And it's going to get worse. This has been going on a week or so. It can't, once you start that trash build up, they're going to have to come to an agreement pretty fast in order to get this control of this so it can get out of control pretty fast. It don't take long in them small places up there when they're dumping this trash, man.
And they've been having amazing heat on the East Coast the last week or so.
Ooh, so that smell gonna get horrendous. Let me play this last clip of the wages that you were talking about a little bit ago, where they basically spoke about that. Hold on.
Meantime, those 9,000 union workers remain on strike. So let's review the sticking points here. They're asking for an annual 5% increase in pay. City is offering 2.75% this year and then 3% the next 2 years. We wanted to know, if you work for the mayor's office, what kind of pay raise are you getting? So the NBC 10 investigators took a deep dive comparing the city operating budget for 2026 with the budget from 2025. And most of the mayor's own staff did not see a raise in this budget, but the mayor herself saw a 3.1% raise. What has really increased is the number of people working in the mayor's office and the total budget for staff salaries. It's totaling more than $3.9 million now, which is up 47% compared to the last budget. The mayor has added 9 positions to her staff, including senior advisors and executive assistants. The city budget shows the average salary for an employee in the mayor's office is more than $135,000 a year, which is more than 3 times what the average salary is for DC 33 members. The 2.75% raise the city is offering the union is slightly below what would be needed to keep up with inflation. Everything in our metro area is up 2.9% over last year, according to the Consumer Price Index. For a little background, former Mayor Jim Kenney's salary was about $240,000. That jumped to $261,000 in his final month in office, which is nearly a 9% increase. Johnny?
Wow. You hear that, OG? That's crazy, man.
Well, they need to send their ass out there to pick up the trash.
She added 9 more staffers.
9 more staff making over $120,000 a year.
Wow.
3 times more than the trash workers made. Her salary went up 9%. She should have her black ass out there.
You said she need to get out there?
Take that wig off and take her butt out there and start dumping some trash for $260,000 just for being the mayor.
Damn, I'm in the wrong business, man.
The asshole can be the boss.
Man, listen, man, it's crazy that these numbers that they won't meet the 5%, man. You gonna have to pay them folks that 5%, and they can play that game if they want to. Watch, OG. I gotta ask your opinion on this, and you got to give me the straight up answer, because we always go up to bat against certain things, and sometimes we be on the same point, sometimes we don't be. This time I think we're a little bit in agreement, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Do you think? Well, how long do you think this is gonna last? This strike. I'll ask you that first.
Well, see, it's amazing that it's a chess move that they're playing here, and unbeknownst to the mayor, she's even a pawn in this, because whatever go bad, they blame it on the Negro anyway. Well, she should have took foresight over this and understood what was happening to her and her administration. She should have gave them a 6% raise just to get this out the way. But this is a hell of a blemish on her, and the mob is just showing what power they got, and this is the best place to do it. Just cutting the trash out, man, that's a stinky situation right there.
Do you think that it'll be over within the next week? It just started a week ago. Days ago now, almost a week ago. When do you think this ends?
It's been 6 days.
6 days. When do you think it ends? Is it going to go on for another month? Is it going to go on for another 2 weeks?
Oh, they can't afford to let it go no month. Like in 1986, I think it lasts 9 days. In 9 days, they had 46 tons.
Wow. So you see it ending sometime this week, this week.
I would, I don't even know, because if it was me, if I was the trash man right now, I would go back even to my union rep. And now, when I find out what the mayor's office is making, I want a 9% rate. I'm picking that shit.
Oh man, you pretty much gonna lay it all the way down since you find out they're making that 200-something thousand. I'm done.
You got the upper hand.
Yeah.
You got the upper hand, because without the trash, man, the city is going down.
Wow. OG, so I get it, and I agree with you. I would definitely come with, hey man, y'all had to do something, man, because I'm not gonna go back out there for free. Not doing that. Another question: LL Cool J decides not to perform. Jasmine Sullivan say, you know what? Hey man, I believe she did perform. I don't know for sure. Allegedly, the guy said it on the news clipping that she's gonna perform. Does this put a black eye on her, or it's okay, she just did her job?
Well, basically, she said she getting her bag and she don't give a damn about shit. So, that's the Negro way today. It ain't my hood.
Oh damn, OG.
So I don't condone it, but I can't sing either, so I don't know what that lady doing.
She walked through that crowd and got that money. That's what she doing. That Sprinter van drove right past them and got on in there and did that song and dance. Did her job.
Let me be the devil's advocate here. Now, if I'm performing, and this for the people of Philadelphia and the people that's going to the concert, they're in the trash zone because the elite ain't going to that concert. So if you going to come to the concert, I'm a sign.
Oh, damn, OG. OG, you gonna go get out because if y'all showing up, y'all bought tickets. You ain't go. The LL route is out. You gonna go pass through there and give them what they're looking for.
Man,
Get that check and move on out.
It was a sold out crowd, so somebody came, huh?
OG, and the last and final question, and this is going to be a huge one. I want to hear your thoughts on this, and I know it ain't going to take you long to answer this right here. Do you think the mayor, after this blemish on her record, will be reelected when it comes election time?
Charlene better get her business. She can and steal that money and go on and do something else. Because Charlene get ready to get her butt fired.
So they going to the polls. They going like nobody else's business, huh?
Man, they get ready to talk about what you need a senior advisor for. I remember one time, I think it was Asia Brown was out here in the city of Compton. She was the mayor of the city of Compton. And so Miss May Thomas, she on the school board. So the mayor went in and paid like, I think $100,000, $102,000 for a spiritual advisor, right?
Yeah.
And May Thomas came to the city council and said, shit, you paying $100,000 for a spiritual counselor. Well, if the spiritual counselor got to advise you, why don't we just hire the spiritual counselor and fire your ass?
Oh, gee, that sound about right, man. So this mayor, she's gonna. I think it's gonna hurt her reelection chances because of the way that this here is being handled. I think it's gonna be tough for somebody to go back and impose and reelect somebody who who they didn't even know she had hired these 9 workers. See, she would have got away with it if this strike hadn't happened. But now that they know, oh my goodness, they gonna be up at the polls like nobody business, signing paper, don't even know how to sign. Don't care who go up against it. It could be anybody. It might be a trash truck worker to go up in there now and run that thing.
It could be Donald Duck. Her goose is cooked.
Wow. It's over with, OG. Well, man, listen, man, y'all get in the comments, let us know, man. We had to speak on this, man, because we tackle, real subjects, man. We pray for all of the people in Philadelphia, but especially the sanitation workers. Man, get that 5%, man. Get them that 5%, man. You know what I'm saying?
Workers, y'all go back and renegotiate for 10%.
Whoa. Man, make sure you guys, if y'all watching, man, make sure y'all go download the app, bosstalk101.app. Pay the $7.99, get a free T-shirt. We're giving out free T-shirts all July. We shipping them out. We've been sending them out. We've been taking pictures. You guys are man. And go on the media. You can go on the media page and read about it, man. This article is going out. This week you'll see the articles on, but you have to be in the app to see the article that's being created to show the movement of the app. BossTalk101.app is where everybody landing at. We're having a good time over there with these people, man. They really love what we're doing. You get to see exclusive content too that has never been seen on any other platform. So, man, get in there and check it out, man. OG said some things that y'all didn't even know is coming out, and I got it over there too. OG done spoke up. Yeah. But hey, man.
I didn't mean it. I was just talking.
And if you guys are still there, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. Me and OG went in on Derrick Grove's whereabouts last night to just talk about if it's him in disguise or not. You got to check this out. We had a heck of a conversation as usual, man. Get in there and check that out, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He, the reason you see me.